I want to speak to my people in the established church, and I specifically want to talk to the Anglican Church in these days in Great Britain. This prophecy is specific for Great Britain. This prophecy is not relevant to the other nations. This is very specific to Great Britain. Why is this so? Because I will raise up my voice in those other countries that will speak into their situation. But I want to say first and foremost that the Anglican Church at this time is not healthy, and she is not well, and she is dying a painful death. And you need to understand that this is a travesty to me. This breaks my heart, because you need to understand the spiritual dynamics at play here, that you have a defender of the faith. You have a king who is sovereign over that church. And I am sovereign to that king. I am sovereign over that king. And when that church collapses in on itself because of its own rotten decay, you need to know first and foremost, this will break my heart. And it will break the heart of the king of this land. But, and I want to say this, and I want to encourage you with this, because there will be a time where it will seem that so much has been lost. All those wonderful buildings. But I want to encourage you with these words. I have not forgotten you, and I will not let you go to the wind. But I have plans to prosper you. I have plans to prosper you and to raise you up. Jeremiah, my prophet, he was empowered to tear down, to destroy, and to plant and to build. And although many things are going to be torn down and destroyed in these days, I need you to know that I am going to replant and rebuild. Now, many are not going to like this, but I am going to re-establish and reignite and restart and reform the established church of Great Britain. But she will not look like she currently looks like. It will be a blending of the ancient and the modern. And it will be a blending of ancient things. Ancient liturgy will be brought back. Now, this is a word to the Anglican Church. This is not a word for the wider church. So many listening to this will be bemused by this prophecy. But I want my people to know that this is my heart, that I want Great Britain to have this church, this Anglican Church, to rise up from the rubble. And rise up she will. And I will raise up leaders and pioneers to help reform her and help restart her. And it will be a church that will be alive and breathing with my spirit. But she will also retain a deep heritage of liturgy and have deep spirituality that's based in praying throughout the day. This church I will resurrect, and I will do wonderful things. And many that have left her throughout the years will come back to her. And it will be a joyous time, because those that have left have learnt many things, and they will bring those things back. And so they will blend their understanding and their knowledge of God with that which I will resurrect. And it will be a beautiful blending of the ancient and the modern. And so I speak this word to all of the Anglican Church. Great shaking is coming, and it will be a travesty, and it will be very sad at what's coming very soon. But, and I specifically say this, do not lose heart and do not give up. And for those in the church, do not give up on her either. Because I will resurrect her, but I will reform her. And she, in many respects, will be more ancient and yet very modern. She will go back to her ancient paths, and she will be very modern at the same time. And I will rebuild and reform that church in these days. And I will raise up wonderful leaders that will help establish the Church of England again. according to her heritage and according to her biblical values. I will restore her to that. Now, this prophetic word will surprise many, and it will surprise many in the Anglican Church. But I want to let you know that my heart for you is that I love you. And I'm so sad to see the rot and the decay that has come about. And like when a house needs to be repaired, when the rot has become too bad, whole structures need to be dismantled and torn down and rebuilt. And I will rebuild the Church of England, and I will reform her. But what comes out will be a surprise to many, because, as I've said, she will be very modern, but also very ancient, and she will be once again a beautiful liturgical church, which will come as a surprise to many around, that I would raise up something that is seemingly religious, but it is not religious. It is beautiful to me. And I delight in the prayers and the psalms that go up from my church when she is in unity and unison praying the same prayers. So I want to encourage you, Anglican Church, with these words, that yes, difficult shakings are coming and great sadness is coming to the Church of England. But after the chastisement has passed, then you will see my love, and you will see my pastoral tenderness towards you, and I will re-resurrect you, and I will re-sit you as a shining gem in my crown in this nation once again.